The views expressed in this presentation are those of the host and guests and do not represent the views of any lodge, Grand Lodge, appended body, or any other person or persons whomsoever.
Brethren, we are at Refreshment.
Eminent Grand Commander of the Knights Templar State of Illinois.
Joe Farrell, past master.
And Mark.
Patrick Robin.
Companion Derek Helfer.
You are so fired up!
And I've made so many good friends, some that drag into podcasts.
Confirm.
All day.
And you want to fix it, you want to help with the purple tassel.
There's no, don't worry about it. You won't get it.
I myself am part of that 10%.
To join the shrine, the Scottish Rite.
You're here.
They get like paid. Their whole trips are like paid for. So it's like, oh, must be awesome to be able to. Well, I mean, just like you guys just went on the all expense trip for whatever. It's the same thing, but it's like, man.
That's how it goes.
That's how. And so only the select get to go to those.
We don't have to introduce ourselves unless you guys want to. I mean,
No, why not?
okay.
Yeah, let's just do it like a normal intro.
All right.
I don't know what camera to look at though, so now it's like,
Right. Well, you
We're
gotta
here,
look at
here.
that
So
one.
if this
I gotta
is
look at
me
that.
preaching, I look at this
Yeah,
one.
that's you guys preaching. That's the center. That's just be
can't
roll
even
up there,
see
and
the
that's
rest of the
that's
camera.
me. So,
Okay.
all right, wings and things. Take one.
Are you going to talk about the glasses?
We can.
Might as
Oh,
well.
you definitely should. Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
we,
yeah.
we can mention them and everything. So,
In 5, 4, 3.
welcome everyone to the At Refreshment Masonic podcast. You might recognize me, even though I'm in a different chair. Wesley Reuter, past master, Azure Grange Lodge, number 770, and Raven Lodge 303 in Illinois. Let's meet everyone else we got here today.
Where are you going?
Eric Maxa, Evergreen.
Wah,
Eric Maxa,
wah, wah.
Villa Park Lodge, 1113, Junior Deacon.
Where'd Evergreen come from?
That's where I work.
That's where he works.
That's where I work.
From
I've been
Evergreen
calling,
Lodge.
I've been just taking phone calls all day. There is an Evergreen Park Lodge.
No, that's what I was
Yeah,
like,
there is.
How cool. All right. Brock, Raven, 303.
Confirmed.
So we're doing wings and things since we had a little bit of complications. So we're like, you know what? Let's just eat,
On
talk amongst
microphone.
ourselves as brothers,
Sounds like a great idea.
and see what happens from here.
Yes,
So-
let's eat and talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you thought that the dining room silverware talk and the plates jingling and jangling in the background of our shows were one thing when the whole crowd was eating before. Let's just do it right here for you.
Well, why would we know?
I have no idea where Manny's at, man. Welcome to the Trail
Never.
Club.
You see it?
Never fails.
Never fails.
Recording somebody.
Oh yeah, it's always a
Are you
joke.
guys filming a commercial?
What are you guys doing back here?
Well,
We're not recording anything with all these lights and cameras on right now.
I thought I was having a good time until you came in.
We are
Man, I hope you join, brother.
we are at the Trial Club, and yeah,
We're gonna try out how many spicy wings they have.
they have
We got every
yeah.
flavor they have, I guess.
yes, every flavor, and the spiciest is buffalo.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
All right, let's see.
it is what it is. So what other kind of what inspired this great concept you guys came up with here?
A cancellation last month, and it was just me and Eric because I didn't like. What the hell are we gonna do? Everybody canceled.
well, I mean,
I'm
for
like-
two guys to record. There's not much to talk about. So instead of just canceling from now on, maybe doing an impromptu. Let's just talk about things. What's the
Wings and things.
What's the
Yeah.
state of our At Refreshment podcast crew? Like, what's everybody doing? You know,
Hanging out.
hanging out, doing things.
Hanging out.
Yeah, the Masonic
Eating
season's
wings.
kicking up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got. Oh,
We were just discussing about how many different things that there is to do in the state of Illinois on one Saturday.
On
weekend.
one Saturday,
I know.
on an individual Saturday, you
Yeah,
never know what's
you
going
could
on.
do anything across the entire state.
and it's always the things that we want to do that they're always on the same day.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got, well, at the time of this recording, what do we got coming up? We have
Scottish Rite
Scottish
Reunion.
Rite Reunion, Illinois Grotto Association,
Yeah.
Illinois Lodge Research is at Danville.
and Danville. And I just heard there's something else going on too.
Oh, yeah.
Can't remember what it is. And that's all April 14th and 15th of 2023. I'm going to Illinois Grotto Association. And then right after I said I was going to do that, then you're like, let's go to Lodge of Research. I'm just like, man, I already said I was going. Can't do everything.
I mean,
Yeah,
just look at
exactly.
what this Saturday, right? So this Saturday, there's Arcadia Palace is doing a taco dinner. Child Grotto
That's what
is doing a spaghetti dinner. And I can't go to any of it because I already told my niece I'd be at her dance competition.
Oh, well, I'm having spaghetti and tacos, both for dinner.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm going to get one taco and then a half serving of spaghetti.
Make a spaghetti taco.
Oh, dude, I'm going to bring
Ooh.
taco shells from one place, show up and use the spaghetti from the other place. Look out for my taco truck coming
Well,
soon.
yeah, so things get busy, right? So we all know what our common goal is for a podcast, but like, what's Brock's goal? Like, I know you wanted to be in New York, right? That didn't pan out,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
man, I don't even want to bring that up. I will tell you guys this. I tried very, very hard. There was a lot of people, shout out to all you guys who tried to get me into your York right body. Some of them were too far for me to show up to because I knew I would never go back, and I'm not the kind of person to be like, hey, let me just get in for a crazy weird degree day that they're having once a year and be part of your body and then transfer out of there or never show up again. So I didn't want to do that as much as thank you guys for helping me out and reaching out and telling me that you would vote me in there. Yeah, I definitely did miss that beautiful degree day of the York Rite that I really wanted to participate in, but there is always next year. But I don't know. A couple of those bodies actually reached out to me and told me when their meetings are, and I might actually show up to one of them. So you never know. I probably will.
Whether you do it in order or not, it's all going to be the same.
I wanted to definitely do it in order like Virginia, but it is what it is.
Yeah, well, you know,
I think it's probably cooler to see them one at a time or as a few in a weekend or whatever, and kind of go around and collect them all. I think that's
That's
the right way
I did
to
a
do
York
it,
Rite day,
but-
so we got all the degrees done in one day, but I didn't see them in order.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't know even if the order so much means as much. I mean, I guess it is for the story, but what did you think?
It's a cool idea, continuity-wise, right? So you're going through all the degrees in order to get the entire story, so it makes more sense logically for you to be able to understand what's going on in the story.
Yeah.
But then,
And I think that's how they were originally done. I think like when the York Rite degrees came over, right? The Cryptic Council, I thought, made a little thing like, hey, if you're gonna huck these degrees, then you got to do these.
you got to do
You
these.
got to do these degrees too, and they're all part of the same body.
Right.
And I think that's why Virginia kind of does it the way they do it. Maybe I thought.
I mean, I didn't get a
Don't
bad
hold me to
vibe from
that.
it. Getting just the York Rite degrees in the one day was already a lot.
Oh gosh, any all-day degree ceremony.
It's a
Yeah.
lot to sit through an all day degree ceremony, right? So
Yeah.
you're already there all day, right? And at a certain point, you're starting to get hungry. You're not paying attention to that anymore. You're waiting for lunch. Lunch is about to pop off. Then you get lunch, and then you go back in degrees,
Yeah.
right? And then you keep going, and now it's dinner time, and you're still going.
Well, that's like a joke at the Scottish Rite reunion. It's like you eat breakfast, then you break, you eat lunch, and then you break again and eat dinner. And it's like, well, I guess we just ate all day and then
Yeah.
did degrees.
Yeah, where did they go?
Yeah.
It starts at 8, then, well, I guess it depends. But most of the time, it's about 8.
Yeah,
8,
if they
9
do
in
the
morning.
if they do the fourth degree on a Friday night or not, it depends if it's going to be like 3 or 4 o'clock or if it's going to be like 5 or 6 o'clock. But if like when we traveled and you go to Danville and then like we missed out on Bo's 33rd hat ceremony and all that because we had almost 3-hour drive home to
Yeah.
get to, and
Yeah.
the reception doesn't start until 6 after the degrees end at 5, and you're like, shoot, by then I might as well stay for dinner, and then we're driving home, getting home at midnight.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, driving home through all the country roads and everything.
Yeah.
It's
A nightmare.
I have a hard time seeing sometimes at night, but I really do not like driving to country roads.
Oh, I don't mind
I love
country
country
roads.
roads.
I don't like
mind that
it.
at all.
It's a country
I'm
road.
just,
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for
Take
somebody
me
to
home.
pop out and just bam, just hit you and nail you.
Like a
It's
Bigfoot.
a deer.
Yeah, skinwalker.
Oh, well, all right. This last time when I was married, driving to Nauvoo, it's pitch black out. and I just see something move in the distance. I'm like,
my goodness.
I slow down. I slow down to a crawl, and all of a sudden, these deer are just in the road.
Oh, wow,
And they
frolicking
figured
with
it out. They're like, okay, they run, right? Okay. I just start going slow. I'm like, something's going to happen. And sure enough, one of them just comes right back and just misses the car. I'm like, we're so lucky. Because no one was going to find us at that time of night. Where I don't even know where I was in the middle of Illinois. Driving to Nauvoo, Illinois. It was nuts. I never almost hit the same deer twice in the same drive.
That's crazy.
Gotta love it. Hunters, right? They get all greased up, oil paints, camouflage, scope, eight zoom scope. They're hunting now. I hit one with a van, going 60.
All I need is a car, and that's it.
Yeah.
Real elusive animals.
Yeah, it was just so weird. I don't know why they were in the middle of the road is always one thing, but why would they run one way and then you start going just to come back the other way?
They're deer, man. They don't know.
Yeah, I know. They're
darty actions.
Yes. Fight or flight. Fight or flight. I'm gonna fly this way. I'm gonna fly this way.
we
He
call
probably thought
them.
you were an angel. Like, is that an angel?
Yeah, we think the animals
a
are dumb.
UFO?
They're probably like dumb humans and stuff like that. Yeah.
Plenty of those.
So
What other kind of Masonic stuff you guys got coming up? So about the Peoria thing, what are you guys going to do for Grotto?
well, Grotto Association is kind of like.
Aren't you guys installing a new grotto or something like that?
Yeah, there's gonna. Well, no. Illini Grotto is getting their charter. So they.
So
that's
this
where
is a
that
grotto
will be
for
done.
Southern Illinois?
No,
Yeah.
it's kind of.
The middle of Illinois, or what?
It would
what's
kind
the
of be
region?
like. Well, how do I say this? Instead of Grand Lodge, there would be like, instead of an area meeting, it's just like a state meeting. So all the guys get together that are part of the state that report back to nationals, come together, report what's going on, basically the state of Grotto in the state,
So
and
it's
what's
an
going on in the
unofficial
Midwest.
state Grand Lodge meeting, kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
because we don't have Grand
Grand
Lodges
Lodge, yeah.
for Grotto. It's just
Well,
one
that's cool.
one national body. So that's what that's going to be like. And
So the chartering Grotto, or the Grotto receiving their charter, are they bringing in new members? Because I kind of read through the email or whatever that we were kind of discussing on the event.
from at the time of this recording, I believe they had all 25 guys. That they
New
Nice.
new members.
new
Yeah,
members,
yeah.
and not like, I'm a Grotto over here. Let me come and help you out.
Yeah.
So just strictly Illini Grotto, and that's it. That's
Perfect.
from my understanding.
Yeah.
And I hear that they got these nifty orange jackets for
Oh,
the Illini
wow.
Grotto guys. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
yeah,
Classy.
I'd wear one of those. Viva la Kingsmen too.
Yeah.
I've seen that orange tux. I'm like, man, it's pretty bold. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Last
thought
time I
of
saw
Dumb
an
and
orange
Dumber,
tux, it was
yeah.
Dumb and Dumber.
Well, it could be from
I'm
that
partial
too.
to baby blue myself.
Yeah. The only two tucks we happen to have in your size, right here.
Right?
I mean, there's not a lot of masonry in my life coming up. I got a lot going on, personal life wise, and planning a wedding, just trying to make things work, and a lot of work just trying to go into that. So that's what I'm doing this year, is planning my nuptials.
Yeah, it takes time.
Yeah.
There's
absolutely.
nothing to be ashamed about.
Weddings
It
are
happens.
stressful.
Get
And
Get all
then
the
the
stress
day
out of you.
comes and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. And then you're like, well, I did that all just for this. Now it's
Would-
like a memory.
Yeah.
No.
I
But
mean,
you do it also that it goes.
we're enjoying it
smooth.
though. I mean, like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
nice because like we are planning together. Like, granted, like I'm taking over trying to find a DJ. She's trying to find this. I'm trying to find. We're both looking for wedding cakes. We're both trying to find a site to get married at. We're working on something together, but we kind of gave each other tasks to get done on the other side.
Right.
So it's working out. We got a fair decent amount of stuff planned already. It just takes time, takes energy, takes money. But that's my year. That's this year. After this, I'll be a little bit more apt to do the actual events. I just skipped the cigar and whiskey degree for Keystone.
Right.
You know, and I don't want to have to miss things like that, but
You
for
got to
me,
pick and
like,
choose.
I got to pick and choose. I got to, you know, that day for me allowed me to do some planning with her. You know, we only have so much time together during the day. So on a Sunday, it's easier. We're both off. We're both able to work on it, and that's just how it worked.
Yeah, that's great.
There's usually not a lot of Masonic things going on Sunday.
No.
But if there is, it's simple stuff like that or installation. Cause
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like the.
I believe here in the state you can't do anything Masonically other than, like, officially.
I thought
other
like
than
York, right? You could, but
you might be able to, but I think just the Blue Lodge,
yeah, I don't.
Craft
even know.
Masonry. I don't think we're allowed to do anything other than open installations.
Wow.
In other words, the public can be invited to
Right.
that. Because if it's closed, then I guess it counts as regular masonry. I don't remember. I remember somebody telling me about how accurate I am.
I'm learning
but-
more and more about how Mason meetings work all the time. Dude, my favorite thing is Eddie Bravo, dude. Shout out to him. His favorite thing is he's like, man, dude, all these Illuminati Freemasons got sucking meetings, dude. All they do is go to meetings. I'm like, yeah, man, it is. It's all meetings. It's nothing but meetings.
That's all it is.
It's all meetings.
Meeting of the minds, or
Yeah, it's
Whatever you wanna call
so
it.
funny, dude.
You can't tell them we discussed everything else, man.
Yeah. It's a meeting of
yeah,
before the meeting, everybody really does the discussion, then the meeting starts, and then they just do the basic minimal business work, and then the meeting's done, then all the discussion starts right back up again.
yeah, right. You're expecting all this, and you're just like, I'm paying bills. Mm-hmm. But those, like Marty says, those are not the real Masonic.
No, that's not where
meetings.
Freemasonry exists. In
It's
those
not.
Meetings,
I know it's hard to explain.
it kind of does, but yeah, if you don't plan a calendar, man, you're never going to get anywhere. So it's like you
Well,
got
that's
to
a-
make these dates, you got to make these plans, you have to have meetings, you have to have procedure, you have to get events done. You know, there's so much structure that has to be carried that, you know, and sometimes it's crazy that we kind of just always joke around about how, oh, the meetings suck and they don't mean anything and blah, 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 and it's whatever. But actually, you know, when you think about it, like at our last lodge meeting, we talked about giving out thousands of dollars in charity to kids.
Yeah, because this is
coming
going to
up
be
in
quick. We don't have
engineering.
anything to talk about. And then we got into that. And it's
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And then so it's like, well, that was a good discussion, and we got the feel of all the brothers from the lodge, and we got to decide that we are gonna be able to help more out than we normally would, or
Yep.
you know, blah blah blah. Grand Lodge gives us this and that. We can help it. But dude, just you know, being a past kid, getting money to go to school and stuff. Dude, it's money is money, man. So if you
Yeah.
can get it,
Yeah.
and you know,
I mean, it's not like when we discuss the secrets of Freemasonry, it's usually like between us here. It's not, we're not in lodge like, oh, hey, let's go through the secrets of this secret.
Scotland told me that this is the new agenda.
Yeah,
Illinois is now backing this.
yeah, it's not like that at all.
Dude,
You're going to be disappointed if you think that's all
Well,
it is, because
we
there's a
talked
lot
about
of
this
charity
earlier,
work
right?
to be done.
You
We
don't have
talked
enough
about-
meetings to know.
We
No.
talked about this earlier. I picked, you know, when I picked you up, we were watching YouTube videos,
Well,
and I told you, I was like, you know, when I joined Freemasonry, I was thinking I was gonna get something, right? Whatever that something was, it was a lot of secrets around that something. But what I actually got, right, is structure, brotherhood. It gave me a purpose to do something instead of just sitting on a couch and watching TV. I now do more charity work. I now do more with the lodge. I feel more with the lodge, right? But that only happens if you do things with the lodge.
Yeah.
You can't feel and you can't expect to get something and not do the work and then get it. You have to do the work.
Freemasonry can be one night a month.
It can't.
yeah, no, it really
It
can't.
can be one night a month.
Right,
if
there's
you make
plenty
it
of
that.
guys who actually
If
do
you only
one
think
night a
about
month,
it, that
but
one
We're
night
we're
out of
just
month.
the idiots. They're like, oh, you got something else.
No,
Let me go
I
see
got
what this
3 days a
is.
week.
here's what I
I'm
know.
not doing
Okay,
anything.
there's guys who do masonry one day a month, right?
Oh.
None of them know Marty Quilis.
No. Definitely not. Yeah.
Like what? Like somebody asked about like, did you ever hear this degree? Remember, I'm like, hey, did you guys ever hear this? Like, no.
No.
Oh, that sounds like a charter starter for Marty.
The charter starters.
Dude, I got a sale for you. The charter starter.
The first Masonic Applebee's.
Dude, charter starter is awesome. So funny.
Yeah, every time we hear a new degree or something, it's like, oh, ask Marty if he knows about it, because if he doesn't know about it, we're not going to have a
Oh,
charter.
yeah. I was doing a little Scottish Rite research, and they were talking about how the first degrees, Scottish Rite degrees, how all those degrees formed or whatever. And they were saying that back in the day in Scotland or whatever, and when the Scottish people fled to France, and they were in France at the time when a lot of the Scottish Rite degrees were being created,
Yeah, it's a French thing.
that they were kind of like reminiscing back into these old days of grandiose things when things were better and blah, blah, blah. And so what they were talking about doing in these degrees is adding on to like little things like, oh, well, you guys are just princes. Well, we're actually the emperor. We're the, and it started off like, oh, well, you guys are just mages, or you guys are just initiates. Well, I'm
You're telling me you guys don't have at refreshment Masonic glasses to drink out of?
Yeah,
That
right.
sounds a little clandestine to me.
Well, so they were saying though that like back in the day there was like 990 different Masonic degrees, and they had to round these degrees up, and then so when you think of like the yellow dog degree or the Scotch degree or the knife and fork or the yellow dog, blah blah blah, all these different degrees, the turtle degree, these are all like little side degrees that kind of were out there. But back in the day, that was the bee's knees, to come into town and be like, I have degrees to peddle, and be like, you got your binder, dude, and you're flipping out and flipping all the degrees. And the cool thing is, when I was reading about some of these degrees
they
would
got
take
the code,
6
which degree you
hours,
want.
dude. Yeah, they would take 6 hours. So you think
I
like
believe it.
5 guys get together and be like,
Well, they didn't have TV
Here
or
we
anything,
go, dude.
You know,
This
they
is
didn't,
your
like it's not
Saturday,
like
man.
nobody's like, man, I got to get home and watch NCIS. They had none of
think
that.
about it, they didn't have TV, right? So their entertainment was to go and see these degrees.
well, dude, and then so like the Scottish Rite degrees I was referring to, they would have the sash, the apron, the ring, the color, the grip, the sign. This is how you sign your name as, a Knight of Rose Croix. Like, so it's cool to think like, man, it was like a whole deal, like each and every degree, like. And you think now, how some of us will have a couple Masonic achievements hanging up on the wall. But it's like, dude, these guys would have 900 little degrees.
Well, it's like I'm glad we don't have to switch aprons here in the Scottish
that would
Rite,
be hilarious.
because I'd be like, all right, try it on, I'm ready. All right, we're here for the 29th. Somebody look over. That's the 16th degree apron you're wearing.
Yeah.
Go back out and change it.
Yeah, you got to.
I don't know that if they would actually do that, but I have seen. I forget what website it is. They have all the aprons
Oh,
for
yeah.
all the Scottish Rite degrees. I'm like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
insane if we actually did that.
The orange book that I let you borrow. I can't think of Klotzon's book. Clausen? What's the guy's name? The orange one? That one
Owens
has
Clausen, something like
it
that.
has
yeah.
all the Scottish Rite aprons, the sashes. It's got all that information.
That's probably
all
what it is, yep.
illustrated, man. That's a great, a dandy little book. Dude.
It's really neat, but I'd hate to have to carry that apron case around. with me.
So
imagine
did you go to the library when we had the Scottish Rite event last Thursday?
No.
So
I did
they
not.
have these cool sketches of like 100.
Oh, you want to talk about it now? You didn't want to mention it at Blue Lodge?
No, I didn't even think about that.
Go ahead, say it, then we'll go.
I'm
for
not
it.
in the Scottish Rite.
Well, yeah, because we went there, he in front of our whole lodge, he's like, well, Brock was there. Do you have anything you'd like to say about how great the
I
Scottish
pointed
Rite
at
event
you
was?
and Randy.
And I was like, well, okay, I probably could. And then I thought, well, what am I going to say? We had fun.
Oh, yeah, it was the
we
Scottish
had
Rite.
fun.
We had
Yeah.
some drinks and some cigars.
Yeah, we had a good time. I totally forgot what we were talking about. But
Oh, that's
whatever.
all right. Don't
The
worry
orange
about it.
book
Oh, yeah. So they had these...
and aprons.
They rotate the display cases out, and in the display cases, somebody had donated all these hand-illustrated, every single person in each degree, a little hand-illustrated thing of like, oh, well, the priest of this in the Rose Croix degree, he's going to wear this, and he had a little sketch for every outfit for every person in all the degrees. for them to create the actual wardrobes, you know. I'm like,
Well, I hope he's not the one that has Moses wearing the, because that drives me nuts when I see that on stage. I'm like, Moses did not wear it. Just a little bit of a pet peeve. Now you realize what gets me upset.
Yeah.
You know what really grinds my gears?
The wrong years of clothing style in a Scottish Rite degree. Or when every time I'm in a degree, I don't get a wig. So I just have like my haircut and I'm like wearing some like robe thing and I'm just standing there. I was like a knight last time and then I'm just like in my modern haircut just looking completely normal. Went from suit to wearing 18th century knight to back.
Everybody looks like they're part, and here's Brock.
Yeah, but well,
With
it's
his shirt that says skate.
Yeah. I had something hilarious.
Go play an ancient Jewish male in this degree, and they don't even give you anything.
Man, I wish I remembered my name of who I was.
I can barely remember my name now.
I remember your
in
name.
the degree, I want to say, but I'm not sure if that's right. I don't know if you were allowed to say that. We might have to bleep that out.
It's a name.
I didn't say the name. I think you're not allowed to say the part and the degree name or something like that. There's like a weird rule like that.
I don't know. It's a little confusing, but I mean,
York, right? Give me those degrees.
if you're gonna say something about a degree and it takes place in the Old Testament and it's a name, to me, that's in the Bible. They're not gonna know, like, oh my gosh, he stood on the right side of this guy and said this. No, he ain't gonna know any of that crap. What is he gonna know? He's not even gonna look it up on Google to find out what's
Pretzels
going
with
on.
mustard.
No. There you go. Oh yeah. I did try the hottest wing though.
Wasn't that hot?
No, not at all. Wasn't that bad.
We're gonna have to do like a Hot Ones thing.
Yeah, dude. Well, hey, Mark. I'm sorry.
I'll go
man.
get the bomb.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna miss it or not. I'm not sure that epic April 14th and 15th weekend. I'm not sure where or what I'm gonna be doing.
Well, we'll find out.
Where I'm traveling or what I'm doing.
I got to get my car fixed. Otherwise, I'm like, you know what? I'll just get a hotel because that's what I was going to do. And thank goodness Marty and Stephanie were like, oh, just stay with us because now I got.
And we got to make our Indian degree plans like set. Where we're staying, what time we're doing.
Oh, we've got that. That's all set. I just need to know who's coming and when.
I don't know.
This might be out
I
before
know
then.
I'm going, but
yeah, you're
that's
going.
all.
We're gonna kidnap.
I'm
your
gonna
ass.
drive. Yeah, I'm gonna drive. So I got a car.
All right. Whoa, geez, excuse me. So, excuse me again. All right. Well, with that, we're gonna take a break real quick, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Just having a little laugh with some of our wings and drinks. Speaking of drinks, you might notice
Beauty, behold.
we have some new glasses here. Some refreshment glasses.
Some beverageware, if you will.
Yeah, tastes pretty good. Well, the beer in the glass.
I was like, dude, that was the best with the back of the hand. Like, wow.
Shout out to Miss Nigrin for making these for us.
Yes, thank you, Christina.
Thanks, Christina.
We're hoping to have more of these available to sell to you guys if you're interested. Not exactly sure how we're going to do it, if we're going to keep the colors or just go with the etching, but we're going to figure something out for this so we can get you guys some glasses. So, and yes, pins are coming. We're working on that. Blah 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 blah.
Masonic crack.
God. Please.
Okay. I'm talking to Marty this past Saturday in the car. I'm like, yeah, you guys can do the pins, and yeah, whatever. Well, what are you waiting for? I'm like, I'm waiting for you guys. What do you mean you're waiting from us? I'm like,
are we
dude,
doing the cups or are we not doing the
That
cups?
is because, okay, everybody at home, that is because our production chat is not productive.
no, this is not productive.
It is a handful of memes dusted with a sprinkling of sarcasm and a whole bunch of tomfoolery.
Yeah, I gotta check. Hey, you guys committed? You guys committed? So we're committed to these pins. We're gonna get it done. Don't worry.
Committed.
Because Marty's like, I'm waiting on you guys. Otherwise, I gotta set $20 aside to get the pins made.
Well, I thought we were just waiting. Are we going to do cups or no cups on that logo so that you can wear it at Lodge or not?
What do you mean?
The Masonic logo. We have these two little martini glasses.
Yeah.
If we don't have them, then
I
you
thought
can
those
wear
were
it
for
to
just
Lodge.
for the coins. Oh, I would wear it to Lodge anyways. Who cares?
Yeah. These beer glasses.
If I can
on
wear a
lapel
kilt to
pin
my
and
lodge,
I'll
I can
wear
wear
it.
something with
So
a martini
what?
glass.
It's a martini glass. Who says there's not water in there?
I mean, I guess.
Imagery.
So change the image. I like the glasses. It gets the point across that we're at Refreshment. I mean,
yeah.
Is anybody going to stop you? Wear that at Refreshment pin. Get the hell out.
Yeah.
It's us.
Yeah, I was like, somebody
It's
out
us.
there might frown upon that, but
It's all right. We'll figure it
you
out.
never know.
There's a number of people that frown upon us, me, or whatever, individuals. Doesn't really matter, no. But we're going to do what we can to get those pins and glasses out. It's been a long time coming. We need to do that for you
What do you
guys.
think, Jerry?
How about new?
That's what I thought.
We actually tried to do an episode. Remember that? Where during the COVID years? We tried doing an episode. I don't know what happened to the footage where we started asking Jerry questions. And I was just going to overdub the voice for Jerry, and I don't know what happened to the footage. It's all gone.
R.I.P. Thank God.
Thank God.
Nobody wants to
Thank
watch
God.
that.
Nobody wants to know what Jerry
Nobody
thinks.
wants to watch that. The same
Now
as,
everybody's going to be commenting. What does Jerry think?
Yeah.
Well, we asked them to comment what you guys want to hear, and they haven't responded with that
No.
yet, so we'll see.
What's
That's 'cause only 10 people are
remember the
watching.
videos that we made a long time ago in my old library room?
Yeah, I still have.
we did the.
I still have the baseball ones. I forgot to
we
add
did,
them
like,
in.
the voiceover, so it was like a slowed down voice, like on like on like the true crime stuff. Like,
Nice.
oh
I like
man,
it.
Yeah.
dude, they were so
Toby,
funny,
when
yeah.
when Toby was still around and he came up by me and you could see the background, but
Okay.
everything was just shadow. It was just me.
Okay.
Yeah,
And we're trying to do this like whole like Aleister
Like
Crowley
his-
thing or
yeah.
whatever. And
We were just you just grab an esoteric book off the shelf and just read a page of it, and then we did it like I don't even, what's that show even called, like I don't even remember. They do it on like Net Geo, like
yeah, pretty much something like that. Yeah, I think we
So
released a
funny.
couple of them like a
You
while
play
ago
it
or
backwards,
something.
it's like Aleister Crowley is still alive.
Led Zeppelin rules.
Let's have one of those.
I think that this year we're going to see something exciting in Masonry. I don't know what. I just got a feeling. Atlantis. That's the strip club down the street. I don't know what it is. I think we're going to see something. I don't know what.
Another world war.
No. It's something good, something Masonic
It could be good
within
for
the fraternity.
Freemasonry.
I don't know what it is. I just got a
As
feeling.
when we had Pat on that one time, when there's a world war, Freemasonry surges.
That is so terrible, but
It does good for the
If the
numbers.
Guys are looking
statistics
for
back it
brotherhood.
up.
guys are looking for brotherhood. I mean, out there, could you imagine? I can only imagine. And from seeing some of the war films I have, and some of them from guys that served in war, like, yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Oh yeah, shoot.
Stability, I would think, is a big thing.
Well,
in
we
an
look at
unknown
most
world
of
like that.
the Masonic lodges. Some of them have chartered like army-based lodges.
Yeah.
You know, that where they charter out stuff even overseas or whatever on different military bases
Right.
in different countries where they might even have their own Grand Lodge, but they operate under a charter from
Yep.
somewhere around here, or something like Texas or wherever.
Well, when the British controlled the colonies and the war started popping up, they would have makeshift lodges, tent lodges, army lodges, or whatever they were called at the time. And they'd go defunct because there's no more war.
Because it's Brock's tent.
Yeah,
Brockman came
My
and
tent.
took over the tent.
yeah. I might be living tent life. Whatever we do that Masonic degree, I might be getting ready in a suit and tie out of a tent.
Oh, you always come in the house
That
and
would
do
be
that.
epic.
I love you guys.
So,
I love this podcast.
Dude, I can't wait for us to go on our voyage, dude. It's gonna be so much fun.
which voyage?
At Refreshment Travels.
Yeah, exactly. All these
know, we
travels
need-
coming up.
Every time I want to travel, something happens to my car. I get it working in the wintertime, and then
That's the best
and it's
time
like
to
when the
have it
warm
working.
warm period starts coming, it just takes it out of me, and like I can't do anything.
So you need to move to Canada.
Well, we're getting into reunion season coming up, so we definitely should try to do a couple of reunion visits somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if we do
Yeah.
Madison or Indianapolis or Milwaukee or the Quad Cities, Davenport maybe. We go to Iowa. I want to go somewhere.
Yeah, we gotta. Well, you and I would travel in Illinois or Wisconsin.
Yeah,
here and
anywhere
there.
we can drive within the day and drive back.
We got. It's just. It's been difficult. I mean, my
Yeah.
health problems, you and the baby,
Yeah,
things
Soon
happen.
to be baby.
yeah,
Big girl.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bowie.
We got big moves out here.
Big moves. I'm getting married. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm getting married.
Strange times we live in.
Yes.
Speaking of Bowie, she pulled the fast one on her secretary, didn't she?
Oh, yeah. We should definitely tell everybody about this because it's pretty funny. So we were at our meeting a few weeks ago, and our secretary needed to get something out. We have, no joke, a safe from like 1870 or something crazy.
Like that, yeah.
It's absolutely massive. It looks like a small bank vault. And it has a turn dial, like a classic vault style turn dial. Well, my daughter thought that's the most fascinating looking turning mechanism she's ever seen. And so she turned the dial a few times. I had no idea. And my wife seen her kind of turn the dial. And so I came back from the meeting. I'm like, dude, you wouldn't even believe it. We, out of the 15 guys at the lodge meeting, nobody knows the code to the vault. So, we couldn't even get in there today. My wife's like, oh, man, well, it was your daughter that turned the knob on it, that turned it off the numbers. I'm like, oh, no way.
No.
And then
No.
I went in the lodge and told our secretary, and he's like, yeah, man, it took me days to try to find where we had it written down so that he could crack the vault back open again. And I just thought, holy smokes, man, a 2-year-old has just foiled the Freemasons.
Yeah.
One turn of the dial has ruined everything for us.
We run the world, but don't just turn the dial on our
Secrets
safe.
of masonry.
Yeah,
we don't know what's going
All you have to do
on.
is lock the Masons out of the safe, dude, and we're done.
Yeah, That-
I didn't even know at the time, like, who would have turned that thing?
Yeah,
Why
I'm
would
like,
somebody
what-
even mess with that old thing?
Barton asked me. I'm like, no, I never
Two?
touched the thing.
She's
I have
two?
no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
2-year-old.
asked me, I'm like, no, I didn't touch it. Why would I? I'm not the secretary.
Yeah,
or the
why would I
treasurer.
touch the damn thing?
I'm not going by there.
I don't have any idea
Oh,
what it's
yeah,
all
yeah.
about.
I was one of the people here, though. So,
Right? Yeah, that's how it works.
Good job, Bowie. Good job.
well, dude, just think if she would have just opened it right away, she would have thought, man, I just cracked this safe to the Masons.
The secrets are spilling forth.
Yeah, dude, the Ark of the Covenant
The
fell into
secret
her
vault.
lap.
The secret vault is open.
Which West, dude? Thank you to, what is it, Keystone, for that beautiful Ark of the Covenant that we're now sporting at Raven 303.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful,
Well,
man.
Keystone had like 7 or 8 of them.
Well, Keystone absorbed another body.
Another body?
Well,
dude.
that's how they ended up with all that stuff.
Well,
They
I remember
absorbed-
the guy who
they had
came
8
from,
Ark of the Covenants.
No, remember the guy who came from
Like
like
7 or 8 of
Michigan
them.
or Indiana or something, and then he packed his whole truck up, and everybody's like, dude, you can't leave like that, and he just threw tarps over. Dude, it was, I'm not even joking, this is like
He made it
clown
back.
car status.
He made it back okay,
like
though.
6 altars and like a cross and
He made it. He made it all the way there. From
all
what
the
I heard.
lights, a chair. It was the works. The
Yeah.
Ark of the Covenant.
I put some stuff in in the Ark of the Covenant that has nothing to do with the degree. I'm like, okay, I'll take this Ark of the Covenant. Somebody's like,
He got me. He's like, there's something in there. I'm like, well, what furniture can I stack up to climb on to get on top of there? It's on top of a 14-foot bookshelf, so it's like, how am I supposed to get to it?
somebody's like, man, these would make great humidors. I'm like, oh yeah, they probably would.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how to do that, so I'm just
we
gonna.
got a woodworker right here, man. What do you mean?
I just took the
Dude,
smallest
you
one,
can do that.
the smallest one I could find. I'm like, this is going in Raven.
I don't work in Spanish cedar.
Yeah.
Poplar only.
So you know, it was a good find. I'm like, you know, let's take it. It brings
it's
some
an amazing
ambiance to the lodge. I mean, it's not like we don't have enough there as it is, but it's cool. How often do you see an Ark of the Covenant just
You never
sitting
see
out
one.
there?
And the cool thing is that like we just had, I don't know if we want to talk about it a little bit, but we had our local county's historical society came out
Yep.
to one of our lodge meetings, and they hosted one of their meetings so we could kind of witness it. And then we did like a historical trade-off. They told us what they know about our history, and we told them like information about local people that were Masons in town or whatever. And the cool thing is they were talking about how strategic that lodge was for Aurora even at the time, and how both the Aurora bodies met there. And as I was thinking about it, I'm like, well, I bet that's where the Yorkite bodies met as well, because Aurora has their own Yorkite bodies, and where else would they meet? And we have a bunch of oddly Yorkite stuff around, and I thought, wow, that's so bizarre that we have all this. And it's like, oh, wait a second, they probably met in our building for 20 years, and I just didn't even realize it.
Probably, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, well, now it kind of makes sense to add to that, and you know, we can kind of add more Yorkite stuff and put it into the history of our lodge building, and you know, let some of our members know that, yeah, those degrees were done here, and this is something that's here. I think half our members don't even know that Yorkite chapter exists even in Aurora, you know, like
I don't know.
besides when they come to our lodge and present a check
what-
and like blah 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 and like this
Yeah.
and that, do we really even talk about it really, or like nobody mentions when their degrees are coming up, or
Well, and that's the thing,
how
right?
to
So
go about
even if you
any
look
of
at it
that?
now, like appendant bodies and how their membership grows is all through word of mouth.
Oh yeah.
Because I can honestly say, until I was in the body, I never saw anything for any of the appendant bodies.
Oh yeah, correct. Yeah.
The only reason I knew about the grotto was because of Yoshi and Marty, who are in my lodge. And then once I was in there, you know, Marty told me about the cigar and scotch degree, right? But I would never have known.
No.
There's
yeah.
not a lot of intercommunication between those bodies. And I think maybe if there was just a slight bit, right? Just knowing when events are going to come up might get you a little bit more participation.
It doesn't matter. Even if you have 3 months in time to prepare to get into an event, you still might have enough time. And even if you do everything you can the night before the degree to pull every string at the top of the puppet strings, you still won't get in there.
Because you got to vote.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I think it really depends on the area, because
We have a ton of different bodies everywhere, where if you were in the south of the state where there's only probably one, you know, per 4 to 5
because as
lodges
far
or
as I
something
know,
crazy.
Aurora is the only one in the area within like a 20-mile radius.
Yeah, I think
or something
Geneva
like
or like St. Charles, maybe Naperville has one as well.
that. But I don't
Your
know
great body?
how
Yeah.
close
Really?
that
Yeah.
Geneva is to like
I mean,
to
it's
where
like
Aurora meets.
It's 2 towns over, so it kind of sucks. Naperville's not bad; it's 1 town over. Downtown Naperville's not bad; 30 minutes from my house.
I'm just saying, if
yeah.
maybe
It's
there
about
was
as
a little
far as
bit more
the road.
Yeah, I guess it
communication
is,
to the
yeah.
lodges, like maybe if the chapters would take just a little iota of, you know, get this information not just to my membership, but what lodges are you guys from?
Yeah,
Can we promote this in your lodge? You know, you got an
Sure
event.
you can, yeah,
Not
yeah.
necessarily, but that's the thing, right?
yeah.
So like the only time I've ever heard somebody coming into like a Yorkite day, right? We're all people of lodges, but there wasn't like a posting. They got invited by somebody from that lodge. No posting was made. You know,
There should be. I mean,
Every lodge has a secretary. It's not hard to get that information and send it out.
Most
But
of the
your
time when there's
York
festivals
members
going
are
on.
already there, and they're already like, we're all in York Right, and they know who the members are, so they don't say anything or really think about it because they know who the members. Well, we're all members already, and you don't think about the 2 or 3 guys who aren't,
Right?
Right.
you know, and then they don't know, and you know, shoot, I know how many people do I know like in
when-
York Right, and
When
I'm
we
like,
used to meet
holy
at
smokes.
Western Springs for Azure LaGrange in the early days, my early days, I should say, I do remember them sending notice, whether snail mail or email, that okay, the York Right bodies are having such and such on this day,
I haven't
Right.
checked
and
my
then
mail.
Scottish Rite was having such and such.
Now,
on this
I have
day.
no problem getting knowing when the Scottish Rite is having an event. I get that in the mail.
Yeah.
I just got something in the mail that the Valley of Chicago is having an event.
Used to get a lot of Shriners
For
stuff in the mail.
Explore the Right Night.
Might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, right? If you look at it, like
Well, that
they-
goes out to all Master Masons, not.
But again,
why
York
isn't
Right-
that-
why isn't York Right
or
doing it? Well,
even
or
Grotto.
Grotto. I
Yeah,
mean,
for real.
that's the
Or the
thing
tall
to look at.
cedars.
Maybe
Tall
maybe
cedars.
resources. I don't.
We need to get
I don't
those
know.
tall cedars, dude.
I mean,
need a
I don't know
forest
how
around
everybody's
here.
valley is, but here in Chicago, we're a very well-off valley.
Oh, and we're well off in Freemasonry in the Chicagoland area. Like how many towns, how many lodges, how many we have the shrine. Like there's so many kick-ass things that we have right here that it's easy.
It's
to
easily
look-
accessible.
Yeah,
Yeah, easy
it
to get
is.
to,
I mean,
it's
we're in
there.
a city, so it's.
But that's what I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like, I think that maybe communication from the appendant bodies could be just a slight bit better. Maybe, you know, and again, not necessarily that you have to mail a mailer out to every Master Mason, but if you send a notice to be posted in a lodge
Yeah.
just to say, hey,
Yeah.
this is coming up, make sure everybody knows.
I
Email your
used
body.
to hear it. I don't hear it too much
Right.
anymore.
But if you send everybody something, they're going to be like, oh, look at this. I'm a Master Mason for 30 days, and I got the shrine, the Scottish Rite, the York Rite, and Grotto, you know, blah, 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 you know.
Because there's more.
Yeah.
There's always more.
There's more light.
Yeah, that's.
But that's what, like, I mean, I was in for what, 6 months, and I was already in York Rite. I was already in Grotto. I was already in High 12.
Well, you're a good Mason. That's how it works. That's
Yeah,
how
right,
it-
no,
Or you
that's
just know
how it
Marty.
Yeah, that's how it happens, man.
Well, it's just, but that's the thing. Like
Suckling on
I
that
think,
light.
I think it comes down to like, yes, I mean, yeah, the brothers that I am in lodge with, they're more vocal about the events going on,
Yeah.
right? But I can't tell you the last time I saw somebody from a lodge right around the corner from my Elmhurst Lodge, right, coming to an event just because they heard about it. I mean,
Shout out to you, the Elmhurst brother I met at the Scottish Rite.
I mean,
There
think about
was
it.
one, and I did meet him. I did talk to him.
My lodge, Villa Park Lodge, just had an event, and we did it in conjunction with Elmhurst Lodge.
He sat
And
at our
we had
table
we had
for dinner
more than just that lodge
did?
show up.
next to you, or
across from us. He was from Elmhurst Lodge.
oh, it's probably why I didn't hear him.
Yeah.
It was pretty loud in there. He was across from us.
I didn't even tell him that we do a podcast. I was like, man, I should have gave him. And Wes asked me, he's like, do you have any coins to pass out? Because
I'm out of
a
coins.
couple people asked. I'm out too.
Yeah,
Oh.
coins.
Yeah,
Well,
we
you're
don't
gonna have to start
any.
printing some out
I'm
and get your guy
out.
to like.
No, we
I'm
gotta
out.
print
I'm
some.
out of Masonic tchotchkes.
But yeah, we got the cool. I don't even know if we want to kind of talk about it a little bit, but we've been doing these cool chips idea that we might be stealing that concept and idea and making some at refreshment ones.
Oh,
So,
that one with the.
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
the cool
We'll
acrylic
just-
ones.
Yeah,
so-
we'll keep that on the down low.
yeah. If you see us somewhere in one of these upcoming events, hit us up because we'll definitely have.
Well,
some.
if you see us somewhere, we're not going to have these glasses, or these are going to
we
be
will
like
have
mail
the new
only.
coins though. We
if
will
we
have
get
those
to
by the
them.
next event. Yeah, we got to print the wooden ones, man. But it's just a whole process.
Yeah, I
dude.
know. That's
It just takes so long to print them. Because you do them at like 30 at a time. You silk screen them, so you gotta like pull the squeegee of ink.
So it's already too much for me.
Yeah. If you know, you know. If you've seen it.
It's already way too much for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit.
Does it have a chisel? I can do a chisel.
No.
I'm out.
I told you about my chisel set. We gotta do some woodwork.
We're gonna go pair chisels.
Yeah, we're gonna show chisels.
Do some woodwork.
Woodworking.
Play with some
So-
wood, right?
I, as a hobby, have picked up woodworking.
Yeah.
As a recent hobby, I've made 2 things. One of them was for my fiance for our anniversary, but I'm enjoying it. It's
Beautiful
keeping
work.
my keeping my mind busy,
Great craftsmanship.
and I can honestly say that the boxes were square.
Good.
True 90s.
True 90s, all sides even. They were square.
Your degrees were taught right.
Yeah.
Or I just have the right tools.
Yeah, that too. Whichever one it is. So, another one, or
Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
do another one.
yeah.
all right, okay. Yeah, we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. So, we're just had some wings. We're just
Talking about things.
exactly wings and things, just talking about things. Ain't nothing but a chicken wing.
Yeah.
And not about a chicken wing.
Yeah, we're all discussing on what did we want for a shout out and shouts out, and obviously again
We still never figured it out, so it's okay.
came to
We'll figure it out by
Vegas
the end.
bombs. Once again, even though I'm drinking whiskey, beer, and now Vegas bombs and eating.
You're
wings.
not driving.
No, but I don't think it'd matter if I was or not.
It wouldn't be in that refreshment if you didn't have 3 different types of drinks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true story. True
mixing
story.
my alcohol when
Yeah.
we do these things.
Well, it's somebody's like, oh man, have you tried this dragon stout, whatever? And then you're
What was
like,
it? Yeah.
I'll take one. I'll try that. And then you're like, well, I already had one of these cold snaps, and then I'm about to have this. And then what's the second episode is Patron, I hear? You know, and then you're like, oh God, man,
Yeah,
my
a little bit
stomach's
of-
going to be so angry.
A little bit of mixing with the alcohol.
Yeah, and then I just had
And-
some wings.
And
of-
you're recording. And
10 different
You're
kinds.
recording at the Moose, and by the 4th episode, which you'll never see.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
my
not.
God.
You're plastered because you guys been drink. We've been drinking since 7:30 in the morning.
Or you make your wife drive for you and get a flat tire on the side of 80.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
jeez.
on your way home from that there Moose recording. So then I'm like out there in my suit coat trying to change a tire on the side of 80 after I just had 3 or 4 shots and 3 or 4
See,
whatever
every time
crazy
you tell me
IPAs they
stories
had.
about that, I think I hear Courtney just do this.
Why did I
Freemasons.
come here today? Oh yeah, so I could drive you home. Nice. Was
We
it
love you,
worth
Courtney.
it?
We
It
love you,
was
Courtney.
worth it. It was worth it.
Fabulous.
We had a great time.
It was
Oh,
a great
dude,
day. It was
yeah.
a good day. We got a lot done.
I know. Somebody should have brought a gun though, so we could have shot at the gun range because
Yeah, right.
that was cool,
Alcohol and bullets.
dude.
Always
And
a
when I
great
came out,
combination.
of the one of our recordings, I went out in the parking lot just to get some fresh air from that crazy back
It's a
room.
nice
we were in.
facility.
It was a nice facility. Not to say anything bad about that back room there,
Oh,
but when I did go outside though, I just looked out there, dude, and there's just like 5 or 6 guys just shooting guns. I'm like, dude, that's what's up, man. We're recording a podcast. There's a memorial going on next door. There's people hanging out at the bar,
Yeah.
betting on whatever games are going on.
Yeah.
Dude shooting guns in the parking lot.
Yeah, it was a little.
Some lone guy's ice fishing on the pond in the backyard.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is a place.
The Moose was an experience, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Eye opening.
That was really cool. And now I see moose lodges everywhere in like all these little towns, and I'm like, man, that's barely a moose lodge, man. I'm like, come on, dude. Where's your gun range? Where's your 4-wheeler trails and your pond?
They're lucky to have what they have. you know.
808
They
is
got-
definitely
they-
making it
yeah.
greater.
Yeah,
Was it
818, they're making it great.
818?
828.
828.
Yeah.
Yeah, 828.
828.
Shout out.
Correct us, Phil.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Phil. That was a beautiful time. Marty, you too, man. Great.
Yeah, the
Great venue pick. Dude, I just got my daughter 2 skateboards, man. I'm like, you got to have 2. You need 2 different styles.
This is the way.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, dude.
You gotta have a street board and you gotta have a
house board.
house board, you know.
So you can ride around the house.
I was over at somebody's house and they were watching I forget, what's that Tim Allen show?
The Tool Man?
No, the new one that he does with the
the man of the house. No, something. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He's got the daughters and
he's got the outdoor store.
show. Yeah, the outdoor.
I
store,
can't remember the name of it. Anyways, I'm looking on their name came across executive producer Tony Hawk. I'm like, what?
Oh, how cool!
That was the real.
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess
yeah.
so. I'm like,
Yeah,
I have no
100%.
idea. Just it's kind of odd. You're just watching something obscure you wouldn't think.
Dude, and the crazy
There's
thing
Tony Hawk.
is Tony Hawk still puts out like Instagram skateboard clips now and then, dude, and he still shreds. It's unreal.
You gotta stay with that, man.
That's gotta hurt the next day for him.
You know,
I don't know.
I don't think so, dude. I think he's like a rubber band man, dude.
I don't think
he
so.
just snaps back, dude.
I think,
don't
dude.
know.
Hey, even old rubber bands fucking snap.
Yeah, eventually they do, man. But
Like, what?
dude, I see him like whip out like a upside down 540, and I'm like, dude just did an indie nose bone 540 invert.
What was it? Mike McGill was the guy name? Is he still around? Are any of those guys, or is Tony Hawk still the only one?
No,
And everybody else is like 15.
Yeah. No, there's a bunch of people. Everybody still rides skateboards, dude.
Because
Yeah.
Tony Hawk's like 50 now.
Oh, bro, he's probably getting close to
I think he's
60,
like 50,
dude.
No, I think he's probably like 50.
Yeah,
Between
dude,
53 and 55.
dude is old, man.
But how old is he in Masonic years?
Yeah. According to the Lucius calendar or whatever.
I don't know the skull of rating or what is it? What's the heat rating?
Scoville.
Scoville.
Yeah.
According to
Scoville
rating. Yeah, I have no idea what it is. I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's not Fahrenheit. What the hell happened to that?
I went to a skate park recently, man, just to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was just watching people skate, and I'm like, man,
That used to be me.
Yeah.
Old fart.
yeah, exactly. But
I
think
might
I'm
break
gonna-
my hip.
Well, I was gonna get a new skateboard, and my wife's like, "Dude, you're not gonna ride a skateboard. You're done." I'm like,
You're
"Why?"
gonna-
And she's like, "Dude, what if
You're done.
you break your arm?
Listen,
What would happen?" I'm like,
here's
"You mean like I just did 2 years ago on the podcast? I had to wear a
here's what I
cast
know.
when we went
okay?
to all the Scottish Rite events. Wear a suit with a cast."
I'm at the age where naps are wonderful.
Oh man.
Again,
You are? Oh, gosh. I've
Love
never been
naps.
there.
I love naps and chisels.
Yeah, I'm in that point right now of
A good chisel.
I'm not sleeping mode. Yeah.
Well, you got kids.
Yeah.
I don't. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I'm too old for kids now. I don't need any more.
No, you got 6 of us on the show.
Yeah, I gotta deal with all you guys.
Yeah. Right.
You guys gonna answer me back? You said you'd answer me by today.
Old man
I'm
house.
sorry.
Wes would put
Old
it-
man house shaking his everybody.
Yeah, Wes puts in there. Oh, the chat was lively until I asked something. Now everybody goes to crickets.
Yeah, I let my phone charge for an hour. You guys are about somebody. I'm like, what the is going on here?
My favorite activity nowadays is letting Wes post memes on the chat, and then when nobody says anything, he posts it online, and then we all bitch at him for that.
Oh yeah, that's because that's your guys' fault.
I mean, it is. It definitely is.
I've already told you.
But then there's also the thing where, like, well, I'll be like, who gives? And then somebody will be like, nah, I don't think that's good for our image. And then it goes out anyway, and then that one person then Grant Lodge says, or somebody says something, and then that one person is like, I told all you guys that, and they're like, well, I said I didn't care, and I said this. I said, well, nobody said no. Nobody said no.
Nobody told Wes no, so he just goes ahead and does it anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the life of a
We got to there's got to be like eventually like a blooper reel of just behind the scenes of just us reacting
Oh
to
man,
the
I've
chat.
erased a lot of. I just,
Us reacting to the chat on like a daily basis. Just do like a quick like it's like, so I just read the 56 backlog messages that I missed because I was in a meeting at work.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, like by the time I finish reading those, there's 40 more to go through.
Yeah, and I feel bad sometimes when I read through it, and then I'm like, I'll try to do one and be like, Mark, congratulations with your daughter on this. Marty, congratulations on doing that, dude. Wes, I hope your car gets better. And then you go down, and somebody hears it and is like, what are you talking about? And it's like, well, I'm responding to everything from the last 6 hours. And I'm only going to put it all in this one text. So,
Yeah, one of us goes off on a tangent, and then we're all like, yeah, man, you're right, yeah. And, yeah,
amen, brother.
I'll be working
So
with a customer, and like legit, my phone will just be like, ba-ding. I'm like,
Customer's
oh
like,
no,
"Do you
because
need
I
to
have a
get that?"
specific message tone for you guys.
Oh, I do too.
And then all I hear is that one ba-ding, and if I can't get to my phone fast enough, all you'll hear is ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. It's
Is
gonna
that
sound
your
like
wife? Is there an
BB.
emergency?
There's gonna be like a BB sound, like I'm at a BB gun range. Ba-ding, 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 ba-ding.
No, I have the Link, the fairy Nevi, say, hey, listen. So I hear that, hey, listen.
Sounds like a trying to chat. Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
Well, like I got, when you guys call, it's Sanford and Son. So, yeah.
Oh God.
I couldn't help myself, but yeah, it was, that chat sometimes is just,
It's a little much. It's a little much, but it's also like
I need it.
part of
though,
the highlight of
dude.
my day.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. I'm like, dude, I've grown so accustomed to it that I love it. I'd be like, dude, I got 15 minutes. Let me read this, and then I'll be like, if I feel like ranting and I got something to say, yeah, I'll put that in there. I got something on that.
I mean, I went on a rant the other day, and everyone's like, "Hey, man, it's okay." I'm like, oh, I feel better about myself.
Good. That's what it's there for.
yeah.
Or
Yeah,
if you want to
pretty
talk
much.
about what we're going to record this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to
do
know what
that
we're going to
too.
talk about when we record and you guys cancel on me.
See this glass right here, right? This is our messages. This is memes. That's what we're trying to record, right there.
Pretty much.
Did you get to see the new sword wall at the Scottish Rite?
I've seen pictures of the sword. I love it.
Well, that's what I was going
I
to
love
ask
it.
because I was wondering.
I've seen because
Like, are people posting it?
Carl
Is it
Hearn.
coming out?
Carl Hearn posted a picture in front of it.
Okay.
I've seen one that you posted, I think, or somebody here.
I
But I've
posted
seen a
one
couple
in
of
our
them.
Group chat.
It's
Yeah,
a really
yeah,
beautiful
yeah.
display. I love it. It's got that Knights of the Round Table kind of feel,
Oh yeah.
but it's pretty tight. I like it. It's a great. I don't know if you'd consider that an art installation,
Oh yeah.
but
Probably.
it is very decorative. It's very beautiful.
32
And,
swords, of course.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah. I just thought that with that Explore the Right night that they had coming up, what a cool thing to kind of piggyback onto the event. And this has been in the talks for a while. They were talking about putting them in a straight line and like putting boards holding each side and this. And that. There's been the talks of they had these gigantic old filing cabinets filled with old swords from consistory and from Scottish Rite degrees
Right.
and blah blah blah. So they just didn't know what to do with them. They photographed them. They've wrote articles and put them in the magazine. They've done all this stuff, but to like take them out, restore them, polish them, mount them, display them all like that for people to see, and then they put a whole little informational pamphlet and stuff about it. It's absolutely epic,
It was
dude. When
pretty
you
neat.
see it, you're
was pretty
like, whoa, how, what? And then when you go up and look at each individual sword and how all of the mounting is like flawless from the back, you can't like see anything being held on or supported.
Yeah, no, they from
Yeah,
what I've
it's
seen, it almost
really
looks like
cool.
it almost looks like they're floating in front of the
Absolutely.
display.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. And the wood tones they did to match like the doorway and all the stuff.
Love
that
a
they
good wood
used.
tone.
And yeah, they really did a good job. I know there's like 4 or 5 different groups of people. I know, everybody from the front desk to the people, the archivists to the artist, and I guess that guy, he's the artist, but he's also like a master framer.
Okay.
Who's framed a lot of the artworks and stuff that we do have in the valley and stuff like that. So big shout out to that though. That was really cool to see. And,
Yeah.
for
that
them
was
to
pretty
open
cool.
that, man, and just to have everybody rush in there and pile in and see it.
I know, that's the
unveiling
one
like
thing we
that.
forgot. We just got, you were taking photos and I got
Oh
lost
yeah,
in the talking to
no,
people.
dude.
so.
But I mean, then to see everybody come up and take their selfies and have other people take, I just wondered, like, did it make it to social media?
Yeah, it made it to social
Like,
media for
did
sure.
people
I've seen
see
a
Are-
couple people.
Yeah, are they tagging the valley? How's all that kind of stuff working? Because That was my thing. I'm like, well, if you're gonna do this, you should have a hashtag. You should have a whole thing because then you could actually see it. The funniest thing is when they have those reunions, or like even when the York Rite thing, like how we were talking about, you didn't hear much about it coming up, and you didn't really hear much about it afterward. I didn't see any pictures on social media from it. I mean, I seen people like, "Hey, I went through and got my degree. Here's me and my friend."
I've seen a
and
couple.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've seen a
But
couple
I didn't
pictures of
see,
it
like,
in social media.
Yeah, I
like
didn't see
a
like
big hangout or anything like that. Yeah,
I
like a big,
didn't
like
see,
if everybody went to the bar afterwards, or
that kind of stuff, So, like we talked about, we probably should have done a live from the Explore the Riot. We probably should have done it with the sword wall and everything.
Yeah,
I'm
we were
like, oh, Wes said it, but at that point it it was raining. Everybody was drinking, smoking cigars. It was late in the night.
So many
by
people
then.
come up like, "Hey, man." So you just start talking and BS.
Oh
with
yeah,
everybody.
Yeah.
It's easy to get lost in a night like that because you like you said, you have a lot of people there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like Grand Lodge. You don't see these people.
Oh, yeah, no.
Until you go there and
Yeah.
just certain.
Yeah, and then
events.
you're catching up.
You would think
you know?
that would be more of a thing on, because we all follow each other and everybody on. So we see, oh, he's here at this party or at this bar or whatever for Grand Lodge. But you would think like when the reunions and all that kind of stuff come up, that's when all the Masons kind of look at each other's social media like, oh, where'd he go on April 15th? You're like, oh,
Yeah, right, yeah.
That's so funny to think, man, how all that stuff pans out. But to represent it on social media,
Yeah.
I mean, we do it on at Refreshment for the show, but, to really, when you Google, like, hashtag Valley of Chicago,
Well, and then you get
there's
into
not much that comes
for
up.
the social media aspect, right? If you think about it, right, most of the guys who are social media savvy, if you will, are younger Masons.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of the older generation lodge members and stuff like that, they're not posting anything.
No.
You never see what they went through or what they experienced.
No,
or-
it's not their.
yeah.
It's not their thing.
it's not their thing. But that's
I got my 33rd degree, and I didn't even post it on social media.
Right.
but that's, I mean, and that's the thing, right? It's a personal achievement. We're all searching and trying to rank up our views on YouTube and stuff like that for the At Refreshment podcast. But not our whole audience is that
Yeah.
mentality.
Or not your private personal
I also
page.
don't.
Right.
I'm not one to like. Okay, here I am.
Look at
Let
me.
me
Yeah.
show you what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, I got the worst plate of food in the world.
Not if you look at the text messages on the At Refreshment chat.
That's because you. That's why
If I see Wes naked again, I swear to God,
you're gonna start masturbating.
furiously.
I'm just not
Okay.
big on like I.
You guys would be amazed what he does with that
Like,
cane.
like when we're together, like, okay, it's usually because I hear Marty in my head. Let's do a live. Let's do a live. So,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
let's do a live.
Child St. Pat's Day parade that we went for Elmhurst, right? The
Yeah.
Elmhurst, like he did a live there. Him
Yeah.
or Yoshi will
Yeah.
do a live wherever they are.
Oh, yeah.
And I've always told them, do
No.
the live whenever you want, because I don't think of
Exactly.
it, and then when I do think of it, I'm like, man, I
It's
wish
already-
I feel like
I would have done it.
I don't want to do it.
I texted Wes the next day. Right, we should have done that, man.
Yeah,
That's all I
don't
can
know.
think of is we should have done that.
I'm expecting at least 2 At Refreshment lives at my
Yeah.
wedding.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
I also feel like I'm like, when we do the show, it's like, okay, yeah, you're seeing us. This is not about me. This is about Freemasonry and our experience. When I do lives, like I feel like, oh, this is about me, and that's not what I'm trying to get across it. And I know that's not it at all. But
this show-
that's
I
just
got
how I
the
feel
real
about it.
party.
I'm
Guys,
just like,
if
oh,
we
yeah,
if we
fuck
haven't
it.
made this abundantly clear, this show is definitely not about Wes.
No, it's not. I'm just the patsy that buys all.
I wish you were a vlogger, though. Dude. That would be awesome.
Oh, why
A
is
day in
that?
the life of Wes. So like,
Hey,
check out my
guys.
parking.
Got
Handicap,
it. Snagged
handicap
it.
life.
Snagged it.
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah,
he comes out of the car. Mother. All the Knob Creek's gone. Just buying all the Knob Creek.
yeah. I love handicap parking at
Hipsters
the
are
bar.
buying Knob Creek now. What is this world
Coming to.
Yeah.
All the people giving me dirty looks when I just pull into the handicap spot, just to drink.
Yeah.
Special parking privileges.
Oh yeah, it's great. Although like Marty and Brock here, every time I go with them, like, bring my handicap placard. No, dude, I'm just dropping you off at the door. I can't be seen walking away from the handicap.
And of course,
spot.
I drive him and he forgets the placard.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I figured, well, by the time we came here, I'm like, there's going to be tons of spots open. We're here early.
There was 2.
Yeah.
There
There was
That's
2
what I
spots.
thought,
You
too.
caught the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely
And I think the
second
handicap spot was taken anyway.
No,
It
it's
was,
still-
but
was
it popped
open
open.
again.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
so
I mean,
funny.
let's put it. Of all the things that I have going on in life, right? You got regular Blue Lodge. I've got all those other appendant bodies. I've got the podcast. It's like I still look forward to coming and filming with you guys.
Oh yeah.
And
Well, at least somebody
and
does.
making an of myself sometimes on YouTube, but it's like the brotherhood I get here is different from the brotherhood I get at the lodge. The brotherhood I get at the lodge is different from the feeling I get when I go to Chael or the York Rite. Like everyone has their own feel, but like one of my favorite things every day is I have a core group of brothers that I literally am in contact with always, and that's you guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but I'm glad you're happy about it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Hey, I'm still new to this, so
Yeah.
you know.
I'm still new to it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I just learn it
love
as I go.
dropping in the group chat, dude. That's
I
my
usually
favorite.
talk to Brock. I'm like, hey, how do you do this? He's like, dude, I have no freaking clue what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
YouTube, dude. I've
Just
done it
YouTube.
one time.
I'm
and
like,
I, used the
I don't
YouTube
even know what to
tutorial.
call it on
Yeah,
YouTube.
you know what?
I don't
And you
even
know what?
remember how I did
I've
it.
got a shout out.
All
I've
right.
got our
All right,
shout out.
yeah.
Well, hey, it's
You ready?
Shout out and
Yeah,
shouts
yeah,
out.
yeah.
So yeah.
Shout out to Chris Reed, who we never hear from in the group chat.
Chris Reed.
Who, by the way, is an airplane mechanic.
Yeah.
We sometimes do though, and he'll send us the coolest thing of like him on the bottom of a bomber, and you're like,
yeah.
oh hell yeah.
He's got the best. He's got the best. Anything he does actually text us out is the best. It's just like 2 months in between every time we hear from him.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's the one guy of the show that actually made something with his life. But
Yeah, he was our first
Chris-
intern, man.
yeah, he was our only intern. Nobody else
Yeah,
is stupid enough
shoot.
to work for us for free.
Shout out, man.
All right. Well, everybody, that is our episode. We want to thank you for watching. If you haven't figured it out, you're watching us on YouTube, Rumble, or listening to us on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, maybe on the Amity app, and all the others around, Spotify and things like that.
Yo, any of the Osaka Freemason brothers out there, hit me up. Confirmed.
Osaka, you've
Don't
been
forget
called.
to hit like and subscribe. It helps our numbers and makes us feel better about ourselves.
Yeah, and maybe I can afford parts for my car if you subscribe enough. So, well, thank you for watching. We greatly appreciate it, and of course, we will be back with more. Have a good night.